I wrote about my disturbed cousin before, but I'll write about him again with a bit more detail. For the sake of anonymity, I'll refer to my cousin as Jay. Jay and I are the same age, and when I was little, he lived in the same apartment complex as me, and my parents with his mom, older sister, and younger sister. His mother never fully disclosed who Jay's father was, but whomever he wasn't ever around. From an early age, Jay displayed disturbing and violent behaviors. They had to get rid of their pets because Jay would harm them. He was destructive with his toys and didn't enjoy playing normally with other children. He hated me greatly and would sometimes try and get physical, but I returned the same energy. He soon realized I wasn't the one, and his assaults towards me became more verbal. Once, while riding in the back of his mum's station wagon together, he threatened to open the door and kick me out while the car was moving. I told him I could do the same to him. He said he hated me, and I told him that he was just angry he couldn't hurt me. We were 6. One day, his mom called my mom from the children's hospital. Jay had pushed his little sister down the stairs. He thought it was funny that she was injured and said he was disappointed she didn't die. His mom spanked him. He didn't cry. She then took him to church for prayer. His behavior didn't change. On one weekend, Jay's older teen sister Dee came to visit us. She looked stressed and her toe was bandaged. My mom asked her what was wrong, and she confided in us that Jay had become more violent. He was attacking them regularly, sometimes with sharp objects. It was so bad that they had to lock their doors at night to feel safe sleeping. My mom asked her what had happened to her toe. She told us that Jay had hit her foot with a clothing iron and knocked her toenail completely off. She showed us the horrific wound. My mom talked to Jay's mom about it, and she said that nothing she did discipline-wise seemed to work. She confessed to being afraid of her own son. Jay's behavior continued to be violent and erratic. My mom and my visits became less and less, though they were literally in the same apartment complex. Dee would visit frequently for a mental break, though. On one weekend, late at night, we were woken up by the sound of sirens and the smell of smoke. Of course, everyone was on alert, and we all headed outside. To our horror, it was our cousin's apartment ablaze. By God's grace, they all made it out safely. We later found out that the fire was set by Jay on purpose. He did it with one of his mom's lighters. After setting the fire, he stood outside eating a bag of chips, watching it burn with his family inside. The apartment complex kicked them out, and they had to move back in with her mom. To our knowledge, Jay's mom tried to get him some form of counseling, but she wasn't consistent. She was a single mom and worked a lot, leaving Jay and his little sister in the care of Dee. She didn't really keep in contact with us or other extended family that much. Many years later, we found out that Jay had murdered someone and landed in prison. I wasn't surprised. As a child, he displayed clear psychopathic tendencies. I've always felt that he should have been committed to a facility early on, when the first signs of his disturbed behaviors surfaced. At this point, none of Jay's immediate family speak to him. They treat him as if he never existed.